Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator tables video. My name is John. I'll be taking you through the tables this Thursday, the 10th of November. So we've got the live currency strength indicators tables in front of us. You can see we have our trend traders table and our day traders table. These are showing us the same studies but just on different time frames. So the trend traders will be highlighting the higher time frame and the day traders will be highlighting our lower time frame. Now you can see some of the currencies are highlighted in green. That's basically telling us that there is a confluence between those two trading time frames, and that's where we'll be focusing our attention in these videos. The tables auto update every 15 minutes 24/7, so wherever you are in the world, if you have access to the live currency strength indicator tables, then you can actually see the latest update every 15 minutes. So what are the tables telling us today? Well, they're telling us that we should be focusing our attention on the euro, which is the second strongest on both tables, and then we should be focusing our attention towards the pound because it's the weakest or second weakest on the trend traders, weakest on the day traders. And then we have the Australian dollar, which is W3 on the trend traders, but W2 on the day traders. There are some other currencies around. Obviously, we have the Kiwi, which is still the strongest currency on the trend traders table, but it has fallen away off the day traders. We have the Canadian dollar, which is the third strongest from a trend traders table. And then we have the US dollar, which is the weakest from the higher time frame point of view. From the lower time frame point of view on the day traders, the Swiss franc is the strongest currency, the yen is the third strongest currency, and the weakest on that side is the New Zealand. So you can actually see here we have the New Zealand dollar coming up twice on the tables, but on opposite sides. So it's telling us that the New Zealand dollar is no longer showing the strength on the lower time frames, actually showing us a weakness. So no confluence between the two time frames at the moment. So like I said, we're going to be focusing our attention on the highlighted currencies. I'm actually going to go check out Euro Oz as we are at an interesting point. So let's go and have a little look at Euro Oz. So you can see here, we've got the Euro Oz monthly chart up, and price is heading towards a key area of resistance, and that resistance is the, let me just grab a pen tool, is this trend line. Okay, so you can see here that we have our trend line in place. We've had a retest of that trend line over here where price impulsed to the downside. Are we going to see something similar again? So is the tables telling us that price is going to push towards this area of resistance for then potentially to see price continue to the downside? That's something that we could be looking out for from the bigger picture. We are trading above a key level, so we're trading above the 1 spot 53 handle at the moment. Price did retest that area and has moved higher ever since. So like I said, we could be seeing price move from the 1 spot 53 handle into this trend line resistance here. If price was to break out of the trend line resistance, then we've got this level marked in the 1 spot 655 handle. So keep an eye on that level just up there as well if the trend line was to be breached. Going down to our weekly time frame then, so we can just see this in a little bit more detail. We can see that price found a bottom down here at the 1 spot 43.25 handle. Ever since then, we've rallied to the upside, taking out the 1 spot 53 and retesting. So you can see that sort of low coming in here at that 153 handle. I've also marked in a little bit of a level here at the 1 spot 61.75. Market found sort of a double top here before retesting that sort of trend line resistance and moving lower. So that area there could also be significant if price was to breach the trend line. Going down into the daily time frame then, so you can see I've actually marked up the last time we discussed Euro Oz, and in that previous video we actually talked about watching the 1 spot 53 handle because it had multiple confluences, and this is a good example of that. You can see the 1 spot 53 handle running through here, but also the trend line support where we have our 2 tests in here, and that was the 3rd test coming in here. Price coming off that trend line, off that 153 handle, and pushing to the upside. So if you did watch that video and you did keep an eye on the 153 handle, price did move around about 350 pips from the 153 handle. So if you were looking around that area to look for that long position, then you would have been up 350 pips at some point in this move. Now, price is struggling at the moment to trade above the 1 spot 57 handle, but that could be targets for the day traders if you are going to look for an opportunity on EURAUD. I do think that we do have this longer term trend line here that would be the overall targets for a move to the upside, but also we have to be aware that price has not breached the 1 spot 57 handle and has traded lower from there previously. So we need to be aware that sellers may be active around the 1 spot 57 handle. However, obviously we have the confidence in the trend traders table and the day traders table that we could see a potential move up to this point. So I'm actually going to dive a little bit low. I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame, and we're going to have a little look at what price is doing, or what the narrative of price is right now, because technically everything is looking or pointing towards the bullish side of things ever since we retested the 1 spot 53 handle and moved higher. You can see we kind of had a bearish channel running through here, which price has breached and moved higher from. So what I've drawn in as well is another trend line. So you can see here from this point here, I've drawn in a trend line which actually adds a little bit of confluence to a horizontal level of support. So the 1 spot 55.25 you can see has this resistance in here. Price breached that resistance and moved higher. So what we could be looking for is the 1 spot 55.25 to act as support in line with this minor sort of trend line confluence in here. So what day traders could be looking for is if price comes back into the 1 spot 55.25, forms a sort of rejection in and around this area here, you could be looking for moves up to the 1 spot 57 handle. That's where you could be looking to take some profits off the table, and if price then breaches the 1 spot 57, you could look for that longer term move into the higher time frame trend line, where I would expect some kind of selling to come into the market. So I would be looking to get out around this area here, which would be between sort of the 158 1 spot 58.20 up to the sort of 1 spot 58.50 handle. That's where I'd be looking to get out of this market if price was to move in our sort of desired direction. Now, if we are looking at it from the 4-hour, and we are technically in that sort of impulsive move because we are seeing price form a higher low. So basically we're looking to see if where that next higher low could come into play, and it could come into play at this 1 spot 55.25 handle, or even this trend line confluence area. So that's all I've got for you today. If you are interested in adding the live currency strength indicator tables into your trading toolbox, then please head over to charlesclifton.co.uk. Head over here because we've got a trial period for £1, so you can test the tables for yourself. Thanks for watching this video. I look forward to speaking to you soon.